from Borneo to Bangladesh to India, China, Europe. I'm a world traveler and I'm living with dementia. Hi, I'm Lynn Jackson. I have atypical frontal temporal dementia and Parkinsonism. I was a registered nurse at the beginning of my career, and then I went into the business side of medicine and sold coronary angioplasty equipment in Mexico and South America. When I first was diagnosed, there weren't very many people who were diagnosed. There certainly wasn't a support group in Vancouver. So what I did was I went onto the internet, and there I found a group of people in a chat room who were diagnosed, 9 of us, and we formed our own group called Dementia Advocacy and Support Network International. And they got me my first talking gig. And through that, the word got out, and I got involved with research projects. In one of the groups, we talked about compassionate curiosity, how to approach people, once they have a diagnosis. They had a whole lot of questions about what's the most important things about dementia, and stigma was number one. People are afraid to talk to people with dementia. They either put you down, or they say, oh yeah, that happens to me too, or oh, don't worry about that. But you know what, that's not what people want to hear, and what they think is they have that stereotype figure of somebody in a wheelchair drooling. I made a point of telling my friends what was wrong with me and all my little idiosyncrasies and what they could help me with, but most people don't do that. So I think that if people were to just ask questions that were heartfelt and that they wanted to know about the person would be very happy to share with them. I've done many, many projects over the years, and this one, the toolkit, is the one that has stuck with me the most, and the one that I feel like we're going to get the most traction with and the most movement around the world with, and it's going to help a lot of people, and that makes me really happy. It took quite a while. It was during COVID, and we could do it from our home over Zoom, and it worked well that way. I think that a big part of it was that we were asked the right questions to move us along so that we could take action and combat the stigma that's associated with dementia. It's been an eye-opener for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't realize that dementia is the umbrella term for the various different types of dementia. What I like too about it is that very quickly comes up a page where medical people can just review what's important about when they're talking to people diagnosed with dementia. I would never have believed that I would have such a good life after a diagnosis of dementia. You have that terrible feeling when you're diagnosed and, oh my goodness, what's going to happen to me? You go through all the stages of anger and denial and bargaining and, but then once you come to some sense of acceptance, then you can move on. My passion is traveling, and what I do is travel to Alzheimer conferences around the world, and I'd be asked to speak quite often. My doctor said to me, Lynn, your treatment is very portable. Just put your medications into your carry-on and away you go. And that's what I did.